What a journey it has been so far. It's been about 6 months in this K-pop world for me, and I just want to give my honest opinion on some groups that I have been exposed to during this time. So here we go. Blackpink came out with their first album. Apparently, this is one of the first things that I learned about the group, that Blinks are been waiting for this album for a long time. After pushback dates and promised solos that never materialized, YG finally gave Blinks what they've been waiting for. My first comeback with Blackpink was Ice Cream, a collab with Selena Gomez. My first listen, I didn't realize how much this really wasn't a K-pop song, as the only Korean spoken in the song was a few lines by Lisa. But what also became obvious to me is why I really fell out of love with Western pop. The video is a contrast between two different styles of what the industry thinks we want to see. Lisa, Rosé, Jisoo, and Jennie dressed in cute, sexy outfits, playing to the camera and looking just as cute as they always are. Selena Gomez, who is an amazing artist, cannot be heard because your eyes are almost overloaded with sex appeal blasted on the screen. Now, there's nothing wrong with being sexy. However, when you dress her in super skimpy outfits, it just seems a bit too much. Women can be sexy without being over the top. Now, this by far is not the worst thing that I have seen in Western pop, but it just gets magnified when the two are put side by side. Lovesick Girls is a definite bop. However, the name of their new album just seems like a troll to fans by YG. Calling it the album almost seems like YG is saying, here it is, what you've been waiting for, what you've been on our backs about. We know you want it, so here it is. We're going to call it the album, so you can never say that we never gave you a full-length album. Twice. They're my first K-pop love. My first comeback, I Can't Stop Me, did not disappoint. Their album, as always, gave us killer B-sides and an overall grown-up feel. Now, this didn't win Song of the Year, but at this point, does it really matter? Well, it may matter for artists winning their first one, but they have won enough to cement them as a prominent group. And you know what? It shows. I mean, who performs an unreleased song at an award show just because? Cry For Me is a grown-up, dark love anthem that has been haunting us since the live stage. JYP has been trying to capitalize on the demand for the single by releasing it, then teasing fans with a concept film and 2 dance videos. It appears to me that they're trying to buy some time until Jungyoung can return for the video that once seemed to universally agree, no video until we get the OT9. I agree with the fandom. With K-pop industry gaining momentum again worldwide, it also has once again been brought to light the dark side of the industry. Overworked, abused, and idols forced to live up to ridiculous beauty standards. Twice has been grinding since more and more. And with their second member going down with health issues in as many years' time, the fandom doesn't want to break the girls. If JYP indeed shoots a video for Cry For Me, I think we all can agree that the girls need a long-deserved break. Now for the main story. For those of you who don't know, On Demand Korea is a streaming service that allows you to watch Korean programming on your computer. It's provided by KOKOA, which stands for the Korean Content Wave. The company is headquartered in Los Angeles and partners with major Korean networks, KBS, NBC, and SBS. The service is 4 years old and offers a variety of Korean programming for $6.99 for the basic service and $10.99 monthly for premium service. So for international K-pop stans like me, you can watch music shows and variety shows featuring my favorite K-pop idols. Now, obviously, the channel is not geared entirely to K-pop stans. It can be a link to the content we only see on YouTube, occasionally in shorter clips. This sounds great, John. Where do I sign up, you say? Hold on, there are some things you should know before you fork over your hard-earned cash to get some more of your favorite K-pop idols. There are 3 major problems with the service, first of which is the search engine. It's baffling at times. When you type in show names, you may or may not get results. One week Music Bank shows up, next week it doesn't. Misspelled names will offer you no results. This problem can be minimal, but when you are searching for content, it can be frustrating when you don't get the translation right and you can't find what you're looking for. The second issue is ads and available programming, which can be two separate issues, but we're going to put them together for this one. Even with paying for the service, the only way you get ad-free content is premium, which normally wouldn't be an issue, but so many shows are not available to view unless you have premium membership. Running Man, Music Core, Inkaigo are only available for 24 hours, then they're locked up. Even then, ads pop out of nowhere without warning during your program at times. Lastly, something that every TV show needs: subtitles. It is beyond me why Cocoa doesn't offer subtitles for their programming. They would get a flood of new subscribers if international fans could access subtitles and watch their favorite K-pop idols. No English, no Japanese, no Spanish, no Portuguese, no Mandarin, no Indonesian, which are the top 10 nations that make up who even listens to K-pop behind Korea. Instead, international fans are forced to scour the corners of YouTube for people who add subtitles to their variety shows and then get their videos taken down by YouTube. K-pop needs to understand that the only way to truly become worldwide, they must make accessible what makes K-pop so great in the first place: accessibility. Accessibility of content created by their idols, to be exact. The major labels are starting to understand, as their content created on YouTube often comes with subtitles. But major Korean programs still lags behind the trend. Shows that are filmed and broadcast in Korea really have no excuse not to offer subtitles in their programming. We're not talking about live streaming where subtitles can be difficult to produce. This speaks to the broader problem of international fans of K-pop. They're just often left out of the loop in ways that are completely avoidable. K-pop made an estimated $5 billion in the US alone in 2018 and 2019. Twice showed out a show in the US with no promotions. This is not a one-sided issue by any means. With Grammy snubs and the US lack of effort to understand the genre, K-pop remains mostly undiscovered by most US fans. K-pop's major appeal is the idols themselves. They are much more accessible and relatable than those US artists with the same gravity. Take the popularity of Carpool Karaoke. The segment was widely popular because it gave a window into the personality of the stars. Fans crave that window. Reality shows try to fill that void, but far too often it appears staged and situations are manufactured. Despite that, I would recommend the service, if not for the music shows alone. Being able to watch an hour of K-pop live stages and see the debuts and comeback stages firsthand are well worth the $10.99 a month. Maybe Cocoa will wise up and start subtitling some of their programming. Until then, international fans will be forced to continue to be the seek and consume warriors of the internet, finding those little fruits of content that we can understand and fully enjoy.